Hello, friends. So, there's something to modern life, right, that most of us have stopped noticing. It's the hum of notifications and the pull of a screen and blue light at 11 p.m. And it's scrolling that never seems to quit. And we've gotten used to it. We forgot what silence felt like. Today's video is about remembering. Hi, my name's Lydia, and I'm so glad that you found your way here. Today's video is a little corner of the internet that's dedicated to something deeply countercultural. Slowing down, making things by hand, putting pen and paper together, real things, tangible things, and letting your mind breathe. I hold a master's degree, and during my graduate studies, I spent a lot of time immersed in research on something that I think about almost every single day. How traditional art making, this physical, tactile, hands-on creative practice, has a measurable effect positively on our mental health, on anxiety or depression, on this kind of chronic low-grade stress that most of us just accept as normal now. It isn't normal, and it doesn't have to be permanent. There's something I want us to sit with for a bit. We were not built for this. We were not designed to receive hundreds of messages a day, to be reachable at every hour, to compare our lives to a curated highlight reel and a glowing rectangle we carry in our pockets. Our nervous systems evolved and the world we're living in is just not the same as it was that we were built in. Is it any wonder that so many of us feel anxious and fatigued or sad for no reason? The noise of modern life has gotten too loud, and underneath all that noise, there's a quieter version of us, one that needs space to rest and regulate and come back to baseline. That's what we're going to build here together today, one page at a time. This beautiful journal that I was opening earlier, this is a Legitoria Koine journal, and they make their paper and their journals by hand. It takes time. And I'm genuinely particular about paper. If you've ever felt the difference between writing on cheap paper and writing on something that has weight to it, that takes ink beautifully, that doesn't bleed, you know it changes the experience entirely. It changes how you feel about sitting down. This is what this journal does for me. These pages have this deep, wonderful quality, and there's something about opening something this beautiful that signals to our brains that this time it's different. This is a different kind of space. And you can check that out in the link if you want to grab one and follow along in the series. I think you'll really love it. So every episode in this series is going to be built around a quote, a real one from a real person, someone who lived, who thought deeply, and who left something behind worth carrying forward. Today's voice comes from the 4th century. His name was Jerome. Born around 347 AD, he died around 420. He was a scholar, a theologian, a translator, and one of the most literate human beings who ever lived. He devoted his life to sacred texts. He learned Hebrew in his 40s just so he could read the Old Testament in its original language. He produced the Vulgate, the Latin translation of the Bible that shaped Western Christianity for over thousands of years. He also wrote beautiful letters. In one of them, he left us this: Un libro buono è un amico che non trisci mai. Or in English, a good book is a friend who never betrays. Isn't that something? Jerome had this concept rooted in monastic tradition called Lectio Divina, sacred reading, the idea that when you sit with a book, truly sit with it, you're entering into the company of the mind that wrote it. You're not alone. Across all those centuries, all that distance, someone is speaking to us. A good book is a friend who never betrays. I think about that in the age of algorithms, in a world where our feeds are designed to keep us anxious, to show us things that make us react. I think Jerome was onto something that we desperately need to recover. Physical things, real things, things that aren't always pushing back. So today we're going to build a page around this quote, and I want to walk us through that. Not as a tutorial, but more like a conversation. You don't need to be an artist. Please hear that. You don't need training or talent or the right supplies. You just need a surface, something to make marks with, permission to play. The research on art making and mental health is clear on this. It is the process that heals, not the product. The act of making something with our hands, of being fully present with material, with texture, with color, activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It literally tells our bodies, you're safe. You can rest now. So let's rest a little together. As I'm starting with all of this, tearing paper, I love this part. Just working through it. There's something meditative about it. You don't have to think, and your hands seem to kind of know what to do. And I'm going for something that feels like old manuscript pages. Like something maybe Jerome might have held, layered, worn. You know, one of those things that drew me to this quote specifically for the first episode is that it's about physical books, not scrolls on a screen, not a PDF, a book, an object you can hold that has weight, that has smell. Jerome understood that physicality of a thing matters to how we receive it, and that's true of journals too. There's a reason writing something by hand feels different from typing. The research actually shows that handwriting engages more of the brain. It's slower, more deliberate, and that slowness is a feature, not some kind of glitch. When we write by hand, we process things more deeply. We remember more. We feel more. So we're kind of working through different things here. And as we work through this quote, we can just kind of take in some of those things and really allow them to kind of sit with us. The monks who practiced Lectio Divina, like in Jerome's tradition, would read a passage and then they would sit with it in silence. They called it rumination, like an animal chewing. They would let the words move through them slowly, repeatedly, until something opened up. We don't have a lot of room for that kind of thought process in 2026, but I think that's exactly what we need. And as I go through different sketches and drawings, just letting whatever comes come, maybe just these little books, we don't have to overthink it. Our hands will know. I love writing words that mean something. There's a ceremony to it. You're committing this idea to the page, giving it a home, making it physical, making it ours. I hope that you felt something during this time. Even just a little loosening somewhere in your chest, that's real. That's your nervous system starting to remember what ease feels like. If you're someone who has been feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or scattered, or sad, or just tired in a way that sleep doesn't seem to fix, I want you to know that this place is for you. We're going to be doing this slowly and beautifully, month by month. Each episode will bring a new voice from history and a new quote, a new page. Ancient people who had wise things to say about being human, about books and beauty and faith and friendship, and all the things that make life feel like it's worth the trouble. And through it all, we'll be making something with our hands, because that matters. Jerome's words were written for monks in the 4th century, but I think he would have loved this. People all over the world sitting down with a journal, a cup of something warm, and a little quiet. A good book is a friend who never betrays. Your journal can be that friend. This series can be that friend. And I hope this space here can be that too. If this resonated with you, please subscribe, leave a comment below, and tell me, what does quiet look like in your life right now? Or what do you wish it looked like? The journal I used today is linked in the description. Leggiatore Corne makes beautiful things, and I genuinely loved working with them. If you want to follow along with the series, grab one, subscribe, or use whatever you have. The point is to begin. Next time we'll visit another voice, another quote, we'll have another page, and another few minutes of peace that we get to give to ourselves. And until then, go slowly, make something, be kind to your mind to do it in person.